What's good, world? It's your boy Stefan. Welcome to the live stream, or if you're jumping on a little later, welcome to the video. In today's video, we're gonna chat it up. We're gonna chat it up about 3 stories. They're quick stories. They're short stories coming from a short guy, and we're gonna talk about 3 quick stories that are gonna help you. All right, help you improve your consistency so you can take charge of your body game and make big gains, not big, massive gains, massive transformation, and you can start to improve your confidence massively because not only are you seeing better results, but you're taking action, you're doing the things that you know you need to do. So let's dive right into it. 3 quick stories. And the reason why I want to share with you some stories is because these are some stories that have helped me find more motivation to be consistent. And if y'all been following me, y'all see that I'm on day 969 of my 1,000 days of dancing. Got 31 days left. It's consistency right there. And these stories have helped me not only get started on that, but maintain that and keep doing that, and also apply consistency in other areas of my life, like doing posts to provide you with value and tips to help you find consistency with your body game. So let's chat it up. These 3 stories, all right? Story number 1 to help you improve your consistency on your body game, all right, is I've shared this before, but I call this the Ice Cube story. And I got this story out of a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And the story goes, there's 2 guys sitting in a room, all right, in a freezer, all right, and they have an ice cube. Well, let's say they're sitting in a room, and there's an ice cube in between them. And one of the guys says, hey, what if, by the way, I forgot to mention, this room is 22 degrees. And let me take this chewy out of my dog's mouth because I don't want him to make a lot of noise while I'm trying to say this video. Okay, go lay down. Sorry, buddy. All right, so check it. Where was I at? 2 guys in a room. The room is 22 degrees. And one guy, and they have an ice cube. The story's going to make sense in a minute. They have an ice cube. And one of the guys says, yo, what if we heated up the temperature of this room by 1 degree a day? And the other guy's like, okay, that's whatever. What's that going to do? Right? Let's see if we can do something to this ice cube. And so the guy says, let's heat this room up 1 degree a day. So the next day goes by and the room is now 23 degrees. All right? Nothing happens to the ice cube. These guys are just standing there, kind of looking at each other dumb. The next day goes by, they raise the temperature 1 degree, and then it's 24 degrees in the room, okay? And then, long story short, because these are short stories, these guys do this about 10 more times, 1 degree a day. And by raising the temperature 1 degree a day in the room, eventually that temperature reaches 33 degrees. And once it reaches 33 degrees, or maybe 32 degrees, that ice cube that they're looking to transform starts to melt. All right? And that ice cube, that solid form of that H2O, begins to turn into water, liquid. It begins to transform. Just by heating up the room 1 degree a day, they're able to make a transformation. Right? And this story is going to help you, this ice cube story is going to help you develop consistency, because a lot of times whenever we take action, we feel like we need to make huge gains each day. We need to take loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of action. And if we don't see mad gains and mad transformations, then it's pointless. It kills our motivation. Somebody's calling me. Okay, but this story, James Clear expresses the importance of just getting 1% better every single day. And if we can just get 1% better every single day, in 365 days, we will see a 365% difference in our body game, in our mind game, in our life, in our goals, in our consistency. Okay, so This story will help you. Why will this story help you develop consistency? Because you know that if you keep taking small action, or you could take large action, but that's going to make you at least 1 degree better every single day. If you keep taking that action, eventually your life, just like the ice cube, transformed into water, your life will begin to transform. Your body will begin to transform. Your environment will begin to transform. You can help other people transform their lives, and so on and so forth. And I even want to take that story just a step further. And not only by raising the temperature 1 degree a day were they able to turn that ice cube into water, but I would say if they kept going, if they kept pushing harder, okay, if they kept raising the temperature 1 degree a day in that room, they're going to burn the bitch down. They're going to burn that boy down, okay? So what I'm saying is you got your limits, you got your rooms, you got your walls, and if you just get 1 degree better every single day, all right, and you do it for a whole entire year, eventually you're going to make a huge transformation, and them limits that you have are going to burn down and not be there. Let me know what you think about that story. Story number 2, to help you improve your consistency, to help you take action, to help you get out of that procrastination, is what I call the Michael Phelps story. Actually, most of the time I call it the Michael Phelps Strategy, but it's a story that I got from the one and the only Michael Phelps. I think he has like the world record of the most gold medals in the Olympics, or the most medals in the Olympics. Okay? And I was watching an interview with Michael Phelps, and Michael Phelps said this. He swam every single day for 5 years, because he said that in the swim world, it takes, for every 1 day you take off, it takes you 2 days to get back into your flow. So if he swam every single day, including Sundays, he'd be 54 days ahead of the competition, not including the 2 days of each of those days to get back into his flow. Michael Phelps swam every single day for 5 years, because if you take 1 day off, it takes you 2 days to get back into your flow. And once I heard that story, I was like, dang, that's pretty powerful. No wonder this guy is one of the best in the world at what he does. Not only was Michael Phelps able to make a little transformation like the Ice Cube story, but he kept getting 1 degree better every single day, and now this dude's setting world records, dominating the competition. So my thought process was, if Michael Phelps did his thing every single day for a couple years at a time, what could I accomplish if I just did it? If I did that every single day for a long period of time. In which case, I started my 365 days of dancing for mental health awareness. And then I completed 365 days of dancing, where I danced every single day for 365 days. And then I moved it to 1,000 days of dancing. And for personal experience, guys, just doing something a little bit every single day can help you get mad gains. Make mad improvements. It not only helped me improve my dancing and my grooves, it may help me find certain techniques and fundamentals that I wouldn't have came to my attention if I wouldn't have been putting in the work. But it also helped me get into things like groundwork, breakdancing, inversions, okay? Started getting into some tricking, which I'll tackle next year. All right, just by doing it every single day. Okay, so this is going to help you improve your consistency, because you have a nice model. You have a nice little, there's a term that I can't think of, you have an archetype. That's what they're called, the archetype. Okay, you have a nice model. You have somebody to look up to who can show you the power of consistency and what it will do. And they let you know, that story let me know that, because I remember I would do this. I would take like 2 days off from dancing back in the day, and then I would get back into it, but I'd feel weird. My flow would be off. And then I heard Michael Phelps say, for every 1 day you take off, it takes you 2 days to get back into your flow. So you then begin to learn the price of taking days off, and the effect of taking days off, and the price of taking weeks off, a week off at a time, a month off at a time, That's for every week. That's 2 days of each of those days to get back into your flow. So that's like 1 week technically adds up to 21 days. Okay? So this is going to motivate you to find your consistency. This is going to motivate you to improve your consistency and have more proactive days, more action-based days than lazy and procrastination days. The Michael Phelps strategy, the Michael Phelps story. Story number 3, quick story. I like this one a lot. This is one of the earlier stories that I heard that really got me into taking action. And this is for my law of attraction people. This is for my people who like The Secret. This is for my if you believe it, you will achieve it people. This is for my mindset. It's all about the mindset. Gotta believe, gotta visualize. This is for those people because there's a lot of strength in that. And I talk about that, the importance of that. But check it. All right, and I got this from Tai Lopez in his program 67 Steps. It's the good farmer versus the bad farmer. Okay, so here's what happens. The bad farmer, all right, stands in front of his field. And he wants, he hopes, he wishes, he believes, he visualizes that the crops are going to grow. He walks out of his house. As a matter of fact, he's in his house. He's wanting, he's hoping, he's wishing, he's believing, he's visualizing the crops are going to grow. And then he steps out of his house and he steps in front of his field and he looks out into his field and he wants, he hopes, he wishes, and he believes, and he visualizes the crops are going to grow. But come the season, I don't know much about crops, but come crop season, whenever you're supposed to see the ching, the good. Whenever it's supposed to come out the ground, he looks out of his field and it's not there. There's nothing there. The crops haven't grown. And the bad farmer gets a little confused and he looks over to the right at his neighbor. They call him the good farmer. Looks over to the good farmer, and the good farmer's out there like stretching like, yeah, he's got all these crops. They're growing, they look big and nice. Big, nice crops. Look like they're going to provide people with some fuel. And he looks over at the good farmer. And he's like, hey, how'd you get your crops to grow? And the good farmer says, I planted the seeds, man. I planted the seeds. He's like, I went out there and I did the work. I planted the seeds. And like I said, for the third time, I don't really know much about growing crops. So I don't know what you got to do. You got to put the soil, you got to water it, you got to do all this, got to do all that. Got to make this happen. Got to go there. Put some of this on that. All right. And he said, I planted the seeds. And the moral of the story is, unlike the bad farmer, you can't just want, hope, wish, believe, and visualize that you're going to be consistent. You can't want, hope, wish, believe, and visualize yourself with your body game that you want, with the confidence that you want, with the life that you want. You actually have to go out there and do it. You have to go out there and take action like Michael Phelps did, okay? And with the Michael Phelps strategy. All right, you have to go out there and do it daily. Daily. And use these stories, all right? Because I remember I used to just kind of sit around, want, hope, believe, meditate, and just wish that I would be able to do some of the things that I can do now, okay? But it took practice. It took getting out there. It took doing work. It takes action. It takes planting the seeds like the good farmer. So don't be the bad farmer, okay? Don't be the bad farmer. 3 stories you have. What was the first one? The Ice Cube story. Then we have the Michael Phelps story, the Michael Phelps strategy. And then we also have the story of the good farmer and the bad farmer. And if you think about these stories, whenever you don't want to do something, whenever you don't want to take action, whenever you don't want to work on yourself, think about those stories. Ooh, I don't want to be the bad farmer. Ooh, if I just do a little bit today, that's the 1%. That's the Ice Cube story. Ooh, if I take a day off, like the Michael Phelps story, that's 1 day to get back. It's going to take me 2 days to get back into my flow. Use these stories as motivation and inspiration. Give me 3 seconds. I got to put my cap on the shelf. That's a funny sentence. My cat can't jump. She's getting old. So I put her up on a table whenever she wants to get up there. There you go. Otherwise, she's just gonna meow for days. Okay, so if you want some extra help with your body game, if you want to learn how you can start flowing with your body, how you can start grooving with your body, moving with your body, really get in tune, build that body-mind connection, a true body-mind connection, all right? And you want to start doing it with music. You want to start mixing your stuff up. If you're an adult who's kind of burnt out with the same exercises, you want to take things to the next level. You want to start learning more complex movement patterns, then I have just released my 6-week dance blueprint. That may be for you. That may be a good fit for you. It's a guide, written instructions, video demonstrations, video breakdowns over like the step-by-step proven strategies on how you can really go out there and flow. This is what I do. This is what my students are using, the strategies that they're using, okay, that have helped us get some pretty great results from smaller towns. You know, Owensboro, Kentucky ain't no LA, it ain't no Chicago, but we've still been getting some good results. So this guide's gonna help you flow. It's gonna help you groove. It's gonna give you alternative exercises to help you really get out there and get in tune with your body and build that connection, so you can improve that body game. Not just your looks, not just your physique, okay, but also most importantly your mind and that connection. All right, if that's something that you're interested in and you feel like you want to learn more about that, reach out to me, because until November 1st, I guess like October 31st, all right, as I've shared in my past posts, I'm running a scary discount. This guide usually runs $297. All right, one-off fee. Sometimes I'll accept payments for those who are really dedicated and I really like what you're doing. But right now I'm doing that scary discount, and it's only if you reach out to me today. Not today. I'd reach out to me today. But if you reach out to me and you get the guide before October 31st or up until October 31st, then the guide, the 6-week dance blueprint, it's going to help you get your groove back. It's going to help you get that flow and stop and not have to resort to the simple basic exercises that make it hard and less motivating to do. If you get it before by October 31st, it's only $97. You're gonna save $200. All right, save $200, and not only that, but I throw in a bonus where you get a one-on-one coaching call with me for an hour, where you go through the guide, you do the exercises. If you want some extra feedback, you want some extra help, shoot me a message and we'll set up a call. All right, but we'll chat more about that. If that's something that you're interested in, shoot me a message. So there you guys have it. It's your boy Stefan. 3 quick stories to help you improve your confidence. Let me know what you think. If you got any more questions, concerns, shoot me a message. Peace.